Good morning. So I'm going to continue with my series on stabilizing and strengthening different joints. And this first part of the series is, again, it's focusing on things you can do, exercises you can do without the use of special equipment or anything. Last time I did ankles, working our way up the body. Today I'm going to talk about the knees. And obviously the major muscles of the knees, that stabilize the knees, that kind of wrap around them, are the muscles of the quads and the muscles of the hamstring. So anything to strengthen those muscles will help to stabilize the knees and avoid knee injury and pain. The first couple exercises I'm going to do are very, I would say, gentle, because, you don't want to, if you're already having knee pain, you don't necessarily want to put a lot of pressure on the knees. And when you think I'm going to strengthen my quads, I'm going to go do the leg extension machine, but actually the leg extension machine puts a ton of, it basically puts all the pressure on the knee because your hip is in such a fixed position that a lot of people actually injure their knees on the leg extension machine, and I would not recommend it. So, but leg extensions themselves are not bad. I just wouldn't do the actual machine where you're sitting in the chair and you put weights on and you lift both legs. I wouldn't do that. But you can do leg extensions on your own without the use of equipment. And this is something you can do when you're just sitting, watching TV, whatever, just sitting back straight in a chair and lift one leg and, tighten that quad, actually really, really engage that quad, and then just lift the leg as much as you can while your quad's engaged and your leg is out straight. And you can do this, like I said, just when you're chilling, watching TV, whatever. And 3 sets of 10 each leg. And that's a really good way to strengthen those quads. Another thing you can do when you're just kind of laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, or wake up in the morning. Oops. Weights out of the way here. Is basically the same thing. So you're laying in bed and just straighten that leg. Flex your foot and lift up. Again, my go-to is usually 3 sets of 10. Really engage that quad when you're lifting up. And since we're already on the floor, as I mentioned, the hamstrings are also a good thing to strengthen if you are having knee trouble. And one of my favorites, bridge. It's good for everything. And so the further in you have your feet, the more it's going to work your butt. The further out you have the feet, the more it's going to work your hamstrings. So you want your feet to be out, away from your body a little bit, and just push up. You'll feel it in your hamstrings. And next exercise. So those three are pretty low key. This is a little bit more involved, which is squats, and I did a whole video on squats. And if you're having knee pain, you know, you can do squats where you go all the way down, your knees go over your toes a little bit, you know, especially if you've got a bar on your shoulders. And going all the way down, getting that full range of motion is great, unless you are having knee pain, in which case I wouldn't suggest doing that. And I would suggest keeping feet hip width apart and keeping everything at right angles in order to keep the pressure off the knees. And I put my hands out and forward to help better keep my balance, butt back, and only go down until your upper leg is parallel with the floor. And that way you'll keep pressure off of the knee. You want your weight to be more in your heels. And again, you know, everything at right angles. So right angle, well, your hip's not going to be at a right angle, but your knees should be, and your knees should not come over your toes. Again, that's only if you're having knee pain, if you're not used to squats. Obviously, you know, if you're more advanced and you're doing squats, and you know, there's different techniques. But this is about knee pain, and we don't want to injure ourselves. So last thing I'm going to show you is a wall squat, which again is pretty similar, but you're using the wall to brace yourself, and so your back is going to be straighter, and you don't have to worry as much about your balance being off. So you want your, again, feet hip width apart, and you want your feet to come out far enough so that here you're going to be truly at right angles. So you don't want your knees going further really than your ankles, because you want that right angle at your ankle, at your knee, at your hip, and just hold it. Hold it for as long as you can, 20 to 30 seconds at a time. You can do a couple of them in a row, and so that's a really good one for strengthening the entire upper leg. So those are my suggestions for dealing with knee pain, which I actually randomly suffer from here and there. I think everybody does at one point or another. The usual culprit is if I take up running, which I actually don't do very often because frankly, I hate running. But occasionally I will take it up for one reason or another. And when I first start, I get that pain in my knee, and then it's like hard to go up and down stairs. And this is something that's happened. It's not because I'm getting older. It's something that's happened ever since I was an early teenager in junior high, trying out for the soccer team. You know, I hadn't run for, 8 months or whatever, and then I go to try out for the soccer team, and my knees start to hurt. So it's definitely a strength in these muscles thing. It's not necessarily an age thing. So I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, please hit the like button and share it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.